All right, final leg. We are back to talk about the women's NCAA finals that just capped off. We just had the men finish off yesterday. The women performed just as well. A lot of performances from a lot of the great collegiates that we saw. On the team scores, though, we had Arkansas take the win. They scored 64 points. USC came up short. They came up with 57 points. And then we saw LSU take third with 43 points. But some great performances. We'll talk about that 4x4, which really changed the dynamics of the team score. But first off, we had the 4x1 that went down that started off the meet. Just like the men, we had some amazing performances. We had USC take the win on the women's side. They managed to run 42.21 seconds. That moved them to the number 3 team all time in the NCAA. They were followed very closely behind by LSU, who came up just short. Shikari Richardson on that anchor. They managed to run 42.29. So great way to start off the women's meet as well. Speaking of Sha'Carri Richardson, though, from LSU, she absolutely dominated the sprints. Of course, in that 100 meters, she managed to win in 10.75 seconds. That broke the 30-year NCAA record. All the way back 30 years ago, we had that NCAA record sitting by Don Swell. This, she managed to break. Huge performance where she took the second half of the race and really just pulled away from the field. She managed to even celebrate about 3 meters away from the finish line. So great performance from her. We are going to see her a lot more, hopefully, progressing. Right behind her, though, we had Kayla White of North Carolina A&T. She managed to run 10.95 seconds, which is a number 5 time all-time in NCAA. Then we had Twanisha Terry of USC. She ran 10.98, which makes her number 11 all-time in the NCAA. So great performances. Again, Sha'Carri Richardson really dominating that 100 meters. In the 200 meters, though, from USC, we had Anglerne Annelus going up against Shikari Richardson. It came down to the wire. With a little lean, Annelus managed to get the win in 22.16 seconds. That makes her the number 3 NCAA athlete all-time in the 200 meters. Again, Richardson came up just short on the lean. She managed to run 22.17. That actually broke the world junior record that Allison Felix set back in 2004. So really strong performance. That world junior record by Felix is actually the low altitude record. So Sha'Carri Richardson got that. Felix still has the 22.11 that was set at altitude in Mexico City back in 2003. But Richardson and Annelus are really strong performers. They're showing that they're going to be really consistent on the world stage potentially as the years go on. They both broke the world lead of 22.18 set by Dina Asher-Smith earlier this season. So this is some great performances. Again, Richardson dominating the sprints, the 100 meters and the 200 meters, and then Annelus in that 200. Now in the 100 meter hurdles, we had Janeek Brown of Arkansas. She's been dominating all season in the 100 meter hurdles. She managed to run away with the win in 12.40 seconds. That makes her number 2 all time in the NCAA, equal number 2, only behind Brianna Rollins, who had run 12.39 seconds, and then equal with Jasmine Camacho Quinn with her 12.40. So great performance from her. That makes her the world leader ahead of Kenny Harrison. She's from Jamaica, so she's definitely going to be contending for a spot to Doha and then potentially going for a medal in the Doha World Championships as well. So look out for her. Right behind her, we saw Chanel Brissett of USC. She managed to run 12.52 seconds, making her number 6 all time in the NCAA. So great performances from both these ladies. Again, look out for Brown as the season progresses. We might see her going for a medal in Doha. Now in the 1500 meters, we had a great showdown between Sinclair Johnson of Oklahoma State and Jessica Hull of Oregon. Coming into the last 100 meters, we had Hull with the lead, but Johnson managed to just overtake her, getting that win in 4:05.98 seconds. Hull came up second in 4:06.27. Johnson became number 2 all time, while Hull became number 3 all time. Both of them only behind that NCAA record of 3:59 set by Jenny Behringer back in 2009. So great performances from both these ladies. Now in the steeplechase, we had Allie Ostrander of Boise State trying to defend her title. She managed to come up with the clean win, very clear from everyone else, 9:37.73. Great performance. That makes her number 6 all time in the NCAA, improving upon her previous personal best. So great performance from Ostrander. Hopefully she's going to stay consistent in the steeplechase and progress more as we get through the ranks and go through the year. Now in the 4x4, we had USC going up against Arkansas for the team title race. Both of them were sitting at 56 points before this race. This would have been the deciding factor. Texas A&M managed to come away with the win in 3:25.57. Arkansas came up second in 3:25.89, but USC actually did not finish the race. There were some little scuffles on some of the previous legs. We saw them drop the baton, unfortunately, tripping up in the race and ending their hopes for the team title, but they did come up for second in the team title. But again, the 4x4 was a really great great race. Again, 325.57 from Texas A&M to take that win. All right, so those are just some of the highlights from the NCAA championships on the women's side. Yesterday we had the men, today we had the women. Great performances all around from the collegiate athletes. Make sure you guys keep tuning in. We're going to have a lot more recaps coming along. We got Diamond Leagues, we got national championships, and of course the Doha World Championships later on in the summer. So keep checking us out. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys like the video. Leave a comment below on what your favorite performance from the NCAA championships were, and we'll be back again very soon. Thanks.